Boom shakalaka, this is huge for Bitcoin and for altcoins. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs. This is huge for Bitcoin and for a few very select altcoins. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, join us on Twitter through Crypto Love, and subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017. Now, today, Fear and Greed Index at 78, up from regular greed yesterday to extreme greed today. The markets are pumping up 4%. Bitcoin at 78,872, Ethereum at 3189, Solana at 205, BNB at 632, Dogecoin 22 cents, XRP 58 cents, Cardano 57 cents, and Tron 16 cents. Now, take a look at this. Not only is Bitcoin lifting off of support here, but it's even changing the trajectory, becoming more and more parabolic after breaking previous all-time highs. And when Bitcoin broke the all-time highs at $20,000 back in, I don't remember what year that was, but this is exactly the bar pattern of what it did so far, hitting the bar pattern almost exactly. Could this continue? Could we see $98,000 or $97,000 by the end of November? Certainly possible, and it doesn't stop there because it keeps continuing upwards for a long, long time until potentially $190,000 by January, and even peaks out roughly about $280,000 by April. That could be quite an exciting year. Now, if you are interested in trading this, check out the description. There is a link for BidFi, 0% fees on spot trades, and no KYC for people in the US. I don't even know how they do that, but link down in the description helps out the channel. Now, today, November, historically a correction month for Bitcoin. But as October was pretty lackluster, we might make up for it in November, and potentially on track for $84,000, which is the median by the end of November, which would be very exciting. We're getting there pretty quick. Might happen in the next couple days. But interesting to note that as of right now, very little profit being taken, even with Bitcoin breaking previous all-time highs. You can see the profit taken by this green chart right here. Should be noted that it is even less than the profit that was taken at the peak in 2017 when the price was $20,000. Interestingly enough, people are not taking profits because this time it's likely going much, much higher. We are in the best part of the Bitcoin phase according to the Bollinger Bands. You can see each cycle we have 5 times that the Bollinger Bands width crosses the 99th percentile. This is a 5 here, we have the 5 here, we have the 5 here. So far we're only on the 4th. Now the coolest thing about this chart is that the 4th is when we break the previous all-time high or thereabout. The 5th is the cycle top, but look at what Bitcoin does between the 4th and the 5th dot. Has some very exciting times coming for Bitcoin, and best part is retail's still on the bench. Like, this is just the people who stuck around since last time getting their bags pumped. But if we take a look, Google search trends, not even close to what we saw at the all-time high in 2020, 2021. Not even close to what we saw on some of these middle pumps. Not even 50% interest right now. Nobody is paying attention to Bitcoin. Meanwhile, we're in price discovery mode and things are likely going to go a lot higher. Bitcoin only did this once before in its history, and following that, it had a 12-month run where price went from a couple $100s to $20,000, almost 100x. Could we see almost 100x this cycle? It would probably be a bit much, but hey, I would love it just as much as the next guy. This chart, though, showing that every time Bitcoin has broken with a new 6-month high, the price continues up on average 40% plus. So that being said, based on the same thing, Bitcoin would be $100,000 before the end of the year, which is awesome. And that's totally in line with this bull flag breakout that the measured target $158,000. Maybe not by the end of the year, but within a few months after that. Or you could take a look at some charts like this as Bitcoin breaks all-time highs. Didn't happen in 2020 because we were wicked off then, didn't have the Fisher transform cross from zero or negative to positive. But in 2013 and 2017 we did, and we just recently had that Fisher transform cross from negative to positive, suggesting that maybe we will have a pump like what we saw in 2013 or 2017, predicting maybe a $400,000 Bitcoin. And if you think these numbers are getting kind of ridiculous, like John McAfee eat his own penis on national television type numbers, well, they may not be. If we take a look at these price predictions. Yeah, sure, in the short term, people are talking Mark Yusko, $150,000 by 2025, Peter Brand, $135 by 2025, Tim Draper, $250 by 2025. But as time goes out, you have to remember that Bitcoin has a fixed supply, and there is infinite money, and infinity divided by anything is still infinity. So that does essentially mean, like some of these predictions we see here, that Bitcoin will approach infinity given enough time. And you can see 13 million by 2045, million by 2030, 500,000 by 2028, 500,000 by 2030. These predictions are not unreasonable given enough time and adoption, which we're seeing for Bitcoin. Now, altcoins, better get your bags packed. It is looking like we are about to be approaching alt season very, very soon. It's been 3.5 years in Bitcoin season according to the Altcoin Season Index, but we have this very clear inverse head and shoulders formation right here. This is a bullish pattern which should send the Altcoin Season Index into altcoin year, meaning that altcoins will outperform Bitcoin for at least a limited amount of time. Who knows, maybe even longer. And should that happen, here's a couple clear winners that could have some very strong breakouts. First one, DOGECOIN. It has a first attempt breakout of the Gaussian channel and then returns to the mid-band of the Gaussian channel, and then the bull rally starts on the second breakout of the Gaussian channel. This happened back here. Also happened the last time. Well, look at this again. First attempt, return to mid-band, breakout just occurred on the Gaussian channel, suggesting, hey, Dogecoin could be headed to the dollars per Doge. Holy freaking cow. And Solana has a golden cross on the Ichimoku right here. The last time this happened, it surged 820%. Should that occur once again, that would be roughly $1,400 per soul, which would be therapeutic for all of our souls. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, join us on Twitter, @cryptolove, subscribe to the channel, and also YouTube says watch that video right there. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.